We are here at the Rotterdam Ahoy for Breakbulk Europe 2022. We're here because in a couple of hours Ben is going to go on stage and speak about the gap in talent for project logistics. So we found it worthwhile and we thought it'd be a good idea to come down and speak to some people on the ground and see their thoughts, their feelings on the gap in talent and what we can do to solve that.
So, we're here today, Sven, Breakbulk, third day, the last day. Could you quickly introduce yourself for us?
Hi, I'm Sven. Here for networking reasons. Good event. Has been a while since this took place, so all good.
How's it been?
Awesome. Good networking, seeing people you haven't seen for a few years because of course the pandemic situation. So
fantastic.
Good stuff.
So Sven, today at 1 o'clock we're doing a talk on examining the talent gap in project logistics specifically. What are your thoughts? Is there a gap, first of all?
Yes.
Why do you think there's a gap?
Well, I mean, it's you see already when you go to an event like that, there's a lot of senior people here, and the younger generation has to come, and the project logistics is not as easy as moving straightforward trucks from A to B. It's it requires some experience and of course requires talent management and in particular training on the job.
Fantastic. Thank you very much. Okay, I'm here with John van Breugel, Managing Director of 𝘁𝗵𝗶𝗀𝗁 Benelux, based in Rotterdam, former 𝘄𝗶𝗂𝗁𝗵𝗶, 𝘁𝗵𝗶 and Maersk. John and I know each other from your time with 𝘄𝗶𝗂𝗁, don't we?
Yeah.
It's great to meet you here today. John, one of the things we're doing here at this event, later on today there's a talk about examining the talent gap in project logistics specifically, but we could consider it as the logistics industry as a whole as well. Do you think there's a gap?
Well, I think that's obvious. What we have seen in the past few years, that it's difficult to find people with the talent that we need specifically for projects. It's normally a lot of old guys who are in the business for many years, and you don't see necessarily an influx of new people. But at some point they need to be able to build up some experience. I think now in the past, let's say 2 years, it's even more difficult to find staff, even on entry level, without specific project knowledge, but also with basic freight forwarding, contract logistics, or simply shipping
something related.
Yeah.
What do you see as the main issues for the gap? Is there anything in particular that stands out at the moment? Why is that gap existing?
Yeah, I think it's also the fact that a lot of the old guys, they decide to work longer, to stay, with very little time to bring in new people. But also there's not a lot of focus been on the project market as such. That's at least what we experience, when we try to bring in new people. Where do you get them, and where are they able to build their experience? Which is mostly within the companies itself. But there was not a lot of growth in the past years either. And now suddenly there is, so then that leaves automatically a big gap.
here with Craig Allenby, Development Manager Europe for 𝘁𝗶𝗁𝗿𝗍, based in the UK. Thank you very much for agreeing to chat.
You're welcome.
Craig, today, a big topic for us. There's a talk going on this afternoon that I'm leading that is examining the talent gap in project logistics. Do you think yourself that there is a gap?
Yeah, certainly. We have traditional older individuals that's more senior who have a lot of experience, and we seem to have a gap or a wealth of individuals that have that experience, but a wealth and gap of let's say middle management. We have some youth coming in through the ranks of our organisation and in the industry as well, but from our side, from 𝘁𝗶𝗁𝗿𝗍, we do like to train young individuals through a certain series of programs for management training program. But yeah, we definitely have seen there is a big void from senior management or more experienced individuals down to the younger generation.
In terms of attracting talent but also retaining talent, 𝘁𝗶𝗁𝗿𝗍 are known in the industry for retaining people for a long time. Do you think there's anything that can be done as an industry to attract talent?
Most certainly. If I look at the 𝘁𝗶𝗁𝗍𝗍 model, we look for individuals that have the right attitude. We will train them for their purpose. We will also make sure that they rotate with different divisions and get different experiences, not just with different products within the organisation, but maybe different locations within the organisation.
Yep.
So that they're not stagnant, they're hungry, they're keen, they're constantly learning, and they want to work within the organisation. Obviously, from a financial package, we look after our individuals so that they do not need to worry or be concerned about the cost of living and rising. So if we look after our staff, we believe our staff look after us. And in a very recent past, in the last few months, we have experienced a bit of a turbulent time. And it has been amazing for us where no matter what position you're in the company, everyone's been willing to get involved and help the organisation wherever it's required.
And that's a wrap from us here at Breakbulk 2022 in Rotterdam. It's been a fantastic couple of days. We've met some new faces, seen some old faces here as well. In particular highlight was the talk today on examining the talent gap with 3 fantastic panellists. Hopefully we'll be seeing you at the next one. In the meantime, please feel free to leave any comments and thoughts from your time here in Rotterdam.